The following is from the writings of Aubrey Burl, A Guide to the Stone Circles of Britain, Ireland and Brittany. Tresegal East, Land's End. Standing on an open common below the jagged crest of Carn Kenny Jack is a splendid ring, the survivor of a pair of which the western, already badly wrecked by 1905, was finally destroyed in February 1961, when the land was cleared and ploughed. The eastern, threatened by a small quarry in the mid-19th century, had several stones re-erected in 1932 by persons unknown. The eastern ring is 72 foot across, but is flattened at the north where its diameter is reduced to 69 foot. Like several other Land's End circles, it consisted of about 19 stones, suggesting that such a number was intended. Whether this was to record the 18.61 years of the lunar cycle is little more than a guess. Aerial photography recorded what may be the site of a third ring to the west of the field on the same axis as the others. The ring is known as the Dancing Stones, impious young girls changed into stone for engaging in round dances on the Sabbath. Trippet Stones, Bodmin Moor. This very attractive circle stands on open moorland to the west of Hawk's Tor and the Stripple Stones. Its stones of local granite are 4 to 5 foot 2 inches high, taller than the average in Cornwall. There may once have been 28 of them in a circle, 108 foot, across, but stone breakers have damaged or removed some, and today only 8 remain standing. Like many other rings, the stones appear to have been set up in opposing pairs from north-east to south-west. They are also quite evenly spaced, about 12 foot apart around the circumference. From the circle, the Stripple Stones are visible on the skyline to the east-northeast, but the reverse is not true. The name of the Trippet Stones is yet another example of the belief that the stones are the petrified bodies of girls punished for dancing on the Sabbath. Come and trip it as you go on the light fantastic toe, L'Allegro, John Milton. Barnet, 1982. Duloe. Standing on a ridge between the rivers East and West Lowe, Duloe is aptly named Two Lows. It is an attractive ring, 39 feet north to south by 5 feet, of 8 large and shiningly white quartz stones. The highest, 8 foot 6 tall, is at the south. It weighs about 12 tons and may have needed some 50 workers to erect it. The majority of circles in Cornwall are of local granite, but there is a source of quartz close to the farm confirming that prehistoric people used what stone there was to hand. Bits of quartz can still be found near Dewpath Holywell, east of Cannington. When an intrusive hedge was uprooted in 1861, Duloe was clumsily restored, breaking the north stone and leaving only the stump of the south-eastern block. By the north-northeast pillar, a Bronze Age ribbon-handled urn, smashed by the labourers, was dug up, filled with human bones that crumbled in the air. A considerable quantity of charcoal was found within the enclosure when the bisecting hedge was removed, and much still remains beneath the turf. Boscowan at Land's End. Despite its neglect, Boscowan, the House of the Elder Tree, is one of the most evocative megalithic rings in Western Europe. Enclosed in a turf-covered wall and half concealed in summer bracken, this fine stone circle is actually an oval, 82 foot 7 inches south-east to north-west by 73 foot 2 inches. It contains 19 regularly spaced stones, a number common to several Land's End circles, and has a wide gap at the west. The number of stones and the entrance at a cardinal point make an interesting architectural parallel to the Merry Maidens, only 2/4 miles to the south-southeast. The pillars range in height from 3 foot to 5 foot. They are of local granite, except one of quartz at the west-southwest, which has been thought to be a back site for observing the May Day sunrise. There is a controversial pillar at the centre of the ring. Although 8 foot 3 inches long, it leans so badly that its tip is only 6 foot 6 inches above ground. About 1864, the Penzance Natural History and Antiquarian Society trenched across the circle but found nothing. They also dug down to the base of the central stone and found that it was carefully placed in its leaning position. Other strange claims have been made for the site. In the 18th century, Stukely stated that the famous Druid temple called Boscowan was the first circle to be built in Britain, erected by the proto-Christian Tyrrhenian Hercules. In the Welsh triads, Boscowan was one of the 3 great godsadau of Britain, and may have been the moot or judicial assembly place of West Wales down to AD 926.